Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Charon's. No, it's Charon, right? No, Charon. I don't remember how to pronounce it now. Staricase, anyway. Picking up where we left off, we just crossed the lake. Sprint. And made it to the mansion. But as there is stuff to find, I feel the need to do a quick walkabout. See what. Oh, we got invisible wall there. Which, a lot of people are like, oh, but if I can see it, I should be able to get to it. But at the same time, if they're not going to put anything over there, thank you for the invisible wall so that I don't waste my time walking all the way over there. Alright, well, they barely let me get around it that way. I doubt that we're going to get much further this way. But yeah, part 2 of the game that supposedly only takes an hour to get through. Alright, yeah, we're just going nowhere out here. Alright. To be fair, it makes sense. Alright. So we got a fountain. Also, well, he won't step in the water, but that makes sense. See what we got around the outside, though. This would be a nice place if it was, had a little bit more upkeep done to it. Well, so far I only see the front door, although there's a hole in the window there. Well, I say a hole in the window. Windows are holes. The window's broken, though. So at what point are we not supposed to be able to leave? Because, I mean, right? Like, that's like the whole point of this place is that you go in, but you can't get out. But it's got windows. So, I mean, theoretically, you gotta be able to get out, right? Oh, what's that? An old photograph of no one. The butler, apparently. Sure. Okay, give me... No. Alright. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's something at least. Oh, I guess I should check this too, right? I only really looked at the one side. I mean, I see like the glowing stuff inside of it, but I don't know if that's like actually supposed to be glowing or if it's just like a visual glitch with whatever they put underneath it. There is no key in the inventory. Oh no. Oh, this again, eh? I mean, that key wasn't there before, right? Like, very weird. Anyway. Alright. Sorry. Oh, achievement. I'm not allowed to light the candles. 1 out of 10 for the game. Give me some matches, let me light the candles. I don't know what's with me in that, but I really enjoy doing that. I had arrived inside the mansion. According to my instructions, here I would find the official ministry documents sent to Dr. Llewellyn. Looks like a poem or a song. It is signed A. Llewellyn. Hymn to the God who judges everything. Alright. On the yellow and worn skin of your pale divine hands rests a rose glowing intense ruby with an emerald stem and hostile touch in the sky blue mantle of your sap and severe gaze. As supreme judge and maker of the happenings of the universe, you obediently attract the violet ray of the power of the infinite cosmos and illuminate with your endless power the deep blue of the night. Oh, defend me from the black fate that stalks me. Take away the great cloud which on the horizon overlooks me, laden with perilous threatening storm, and bring us to our joy in the brown dusk, the amber light of the setting sun. It looks like a poem or a song, but I mean, maybe it's a poem. I'm not really big into poetry. On the yellow and worn skin of your pale divine hands rests a rose glowing intense. No, see the rose glowing intense rubies. It's too. It doesn't. I don't know. Maybe if I knew what beat it was supposed to go to, but just reading it like that. Power's on, but the phone doesn't work. Well, I mean, I don't see it plugged in anywhere, so that would make sense. Can I open cupboards? Look, it's even got a key in it. Alright. Hello? Sounded like it came from, if I know, up, maybe? But, I mean, there isn't even a... Well, I mean, it's actually kind of like the sound I made, but I'm making just walking. Alright, well, I mean, we can go up the stairs. Let's do that. Okay. That door opens. And that door opens. Okay. That door didn't. What about this one? It's apparently not a door. And that one, it's blocked. I realize it's blocked by a picture frame, but I'm still going to assume that it's blocked. Hello, Mr. Lion. It's actually a shape of lion. I think I've seen more of them around the house, but where? I don't know. Where? I wonder. I kind of assuming that there's more than one of those statues around then. Because, I mean, also, I've seen more of them around the house. This is the only room we've been in. It literally has to be talking about these two giant statues here, but it's weird to say that. Like, I've seen these somewhere before when it's right behind you, you know? Okay, is this going to take us around to the, There's no key in the inventory. Yeah, well. It's definitely some kind of code. The Red Sisters around the table, the Roaring Kings, Corridor Observers, and the time that stopped. Okay. So this is obviously clues on how to open that. And I don't know what the first part of that thing was. What? Oh, a game. I've been playing a new game on my phone. Also, I should probably... Okay, so the Red Sisters around the table. So I'm just going to write RS and hope I remember what it stands for. The Roaring Kings. I'm just going to write Lions. Corridor Observers. I don't know. I guess I'll just write CO for that. And the time that stopped. So I'll write time for that one. But yeah, I've been playing a new game on my phone. It's basically, it's going to sound weird, but it's basically a dress-up game. And then people vote on who did it better. But something's off about it with the voting mechanic. And I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm always losing, therefore it must be broken. No, I win just fine. I mean, but no, because sometimes there where it's like it'll come up and it'll be like this one got 100% of the votes, and it's like really? That seems unlikely. That they would get 100% of the votes. Now, would this be a corridor observer? So like that would be one. I mean, I don't. Oh, hello, lady. How are you? Well, that's a creepy hallway. Old adventure novel. Can I play the gramophone? No. It's weird. The top of that lamp almost looks like a head poking out from it. Okay. Oh my god, this seems like it'll... Okay, well, if these are the corridor observers, then that would be 3, I guess. So corridor observers, 3, maybe? I mean, I don't know. And I mean, we've got what? 1, 2, in the cupboard would be 3 lions so far. So I'll write down 3 for that as well. The time that stopped and the red sisters, though, I got nothing on either of those. I mean, with these, I don't know. I'm going to assume that it has to do with these rooms that are, and maybe, to be fair, there's even like a painting that says something about corridor observers. Because I mean, I could count these 2 as well, but I mean, then would I have to count like all the people in there? Like, I don't know.
After the cold of the night, the cozy atmosphere of that magnificent house was gratifying. It was obvious that the house had not been neglected. Was Llewellyn still living there? Who was keeping it in perfect condition?
It's a drawing of a woman named Dara. Okay, well, I mean, we've met her already. It's also clearly walked by out there. I mean, that looks important, but I'm not allowed to pick it up. Official newspaper of the ministry, according to them, an example of veracity and journalistic rigor. The courageous citizens with courage defend the border. An enemy soldier desperately asks us to let him in. The national anthem already has lyrics. Loved homeland that is great and indivisible. Under the light of God, I am a patriot. Your children wearing the coat of arms, singing the song of patriot love. Ministry protects our homeland of the vile enemy. We obey and we believe. We always fight facing the sun, saving our souls and minds. Heroic volunteers, they travel to southern lands and take care of the sick of cholera. It is certainly an enemy attack, new cases of cholera, an example of the envy they have for us. The enemy always stalks. A new plague of cholera induced by our enemies has entered our territory virulently and lethally. We arouse the envy of many, and the perfidious, ooh, that's a word I've never heard before, performance of the enemy is undoubtedly due to the sick cravings to end our greatness. Honor to our volunteers who travel with the ministry train to the south, where the incidence is greater. The enemy always rages with the poor. Does the poor people get sick more often? Yeah, that generally happens. They have less access to, the food and, like, fun. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know what time period this is. I mean, to know, like, food and cleanliness, what they have access to compared to everyone else. Okay, need a key for that as well, and another keypad. Okay. Oh, so a full set of dentures. Awesome. Also very, like, weird, like, not rendered properly almost. Like, they're very bumpy for dentures, were they not? I don't like that noise behind me. Also, there's no taps on that sink. Alright, well, I mean, nothing that we read. Oh, hey, Dara. Is that door open now? Look at that, sure is. Dara, are you home? Time. Hey, the thing that time stopped or whatever. Magnifying glass. Looks like someone was reading in this room recently. An ordinary inkwell. It seems that the person, oh god, who lived in this room liked to read as well as write. Really need to pick a better. Also, that fire is very clearly coming out of there. Okay, the time that stopped. Well, I mean, this is like what, like 10 to 2? That doesn't really help me. What about you? I have no idea. I see like a little thing pointing towards the 10, but I would need it to be a single digit in theory. Dr. Luen's wife, it seems, was prone to writing down her experiences. Day 1. Last night, Artie took me to dinner and gave me the news we are waiting for. They have approved his project, the one he has been preparing for so long. I think his father's position in the ministry has something to do with it, but I haven't dared to ask him. He says it's a great job opportunity and he can't miss it. It just involves a small setback. We have to move to Oak Grove, the old Llewellyn mansion, and its damn marshlands. I hate that house. I hate its humidity, its constant wind, and its midnight crackles. Artie told me he'd understand if I wanted to stay in town. He says that even though he'll have a lot of work, he'd come to see me once a month or every 2 months at the most. I'll have to think it over. I've decided my destiny is by my husband's side. When my father and Mr. Llewellyn father, that's weird, organized this wedding, I was very angry. But with this year, I've learned to love Artemius. He's my husband. We love each other, and I'll always be by his side, or at his side. After all, this job does it for us, doesn't it? I feel like it's a weird way to phrase things. So funny to find this diary again. I must have forgotten it at the bottom of the drawer during the move. I still remember how innocent I was then, so many years ago. But it says day 3. Maybe I should have stayed. I've had some really bad times, but I can't complain. I've adapted to the weather, the rainy afternoons, and the swaying of the magic lake. Incredibly, the one who should never have come to these lands is not me, it's Artemius. I've seen how his joy at the beginning was transformed into sadness, anger, regret, bad humor. His project has not worked out as he hoped. His father stopped visiting him. Artie feels he has been disappointed and is afraid that the ministry will cancel his project. I see him desperate, despondent, and my company has stopped calming his spirits. At least I'm not alone. Here I've met my best friend and partner, Elizabeth. Started working as a maid soon after we moved in, and now she's my assistant. At first, I thought she intended to flirt with Artie, as we laugh now when we talk about the beginning. Yeah, I feel like they should have labeled these differently because I have very little. It's like years have passed in between day 2 and day 3. The other day I fainted. I've been resting, but I have some strange pains in my stomach. Today Artie examined me and surprise, I'm pregnant. When he saw my joy, Artemius relaxed. Over the years we've become very distant, but I think he still worries about my health. That same night he told me it was twins, boy and girl. I couldn't be happier. Day 5. I've started to feel bad. It's like I always lack energy. Lucky I have Elizabeth to laugh and play cards. Although she's been a bit strange lately, I know she's hiding something from me, but I can't imagine what it is. I've prepared the children's rooms. It's only 5 months away. I am very frail and have almost no strength to get up, but every day I walk to the rooms that will be theirs. And if I close my eyes, I can already see them in their little cribs, crying, playing, and laughing. I have a bad feeling. My health is only deteriorating. Today I forced Elizabeth to promise me. If something happens to me, if the birth gets complicated and I don't get to know my children, she'll follow my instructions step by step. She must wait until Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. when the doors will be opened as usual. Then she will take the money hidden in the double bottom of my desk drawer and take the children away from here to a better place where they can be happy. I just hope I don't have to come to these circumstances. It doesn't have to come. That, oh God. Today, when she was bringing me the mid-afternoon tea, as usual, Elizabeth became serious, too serious. I think I had never seen her with that countenance. She seemed to want to confess something to me, something very important, but just at this moment, Artie came in and Elizabeth became very nervous. She even dropped the tea on her hand. She bowed and left shaking. I tried to call her, but my body wasn't strong enough anymore. Another girl brought me tea today. When I asked her about Elizabeth, she said she was new and didn't know all the service well. Artemius explained to me that the rest of the service said that she left in the evening without a word. She didn't say goodbye to anyone and didn't even take her luggage, just a change of clothes and the money. Don't know what to think. I can't imagine Elizabeth, my happy friend, the same one who has given me life all these years, leaving everything so suddenly, abandoning me in my current state. Elizabeth, where are you? What happened to you? What did you want to tell me? Day 10. The day of the birth is close. I try to be strong, but I can hardly write these words. I try to forget what my wise body already knows. I won't survive the birth. I can only hope that my children will grow up healthy and strong, that they will be able to resist the life that awaits them in these lands, and that Artie will love them as I do. This Artie, then. Photograph of an elegantly dressed man, perhaps Artemius Llewellyn as a young man. An old photograph of Agatha. Uh, Despite being well stored, it seems that this note has been exposed to quite a lot of moisture. It can still reveal part of a code. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6283. I'll say it's clearly not the code for the first box, but it might be the code for the that door out in the hallway. But yeah, like I don't see. Huh. Okay, well, let's try it on here. Oh God. 6, 2, 8, 3. Heyo. Oh, good lord. Oh, even got a TV, eh? Okay. You know, if I'm looking for documents, you'd think this would be where I would look, right? But character doesn't seem to have any interest in actually looking for the documents. Apparently, Seth the guard and Dr. Llewellyn communicate with these. Distinguished Dr. Llewellyn, as you ordered, I proceeded to brain stimulation of the girl with the chess. Wow, there's some fucking, yeah. She doesn't seem to like it too much. In any case, I would suggest a more appropriate exercise for her age. There are many things that interest her. Reading is one of them. The limited collection of books I have is insufficient, but I understand the necessary censorship that you're imposing on her knowledge. I am very sorry to have exceeded my explanations in the previous report. To contradict the position of the ministry implies the accusation of treason, but that was not my intention. Just want to do things right because of my ignorance. I think badly of the things for which I am not prepared. Rest assured that I will faithfully obey all your mandates to you and the country that I love so much. The girl continues to take the medication regularly and accurately. Put her in front of the board and assist with chess. I won't stop until she gets used to playing periodically. Okay, but are you any good at chess there, Seth? Because if not, kind of pointless. I mean, okay. And then we have a switch there that I imagine has to like power off stuff, right? But like, do I power it off and then hope that I can, or hope that that's the key to figuring out the other box, or what? Like, I mean, we got 3 lions. Oh, maybe these. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, it'd be 18 then. which doesn't really help. Okay, let's go and look at this thing again. The red sisters around the table. The red sisters around the table. Clock that stopped. The roaring kings have got to be the lions. Red sisters around a table. I mean, I don't recall seeing any paintings like that, which would be the obvious choice. Those aren't around a table. I don't even know if the line in the cupboard would count. No. The corridor observers, which basically means nothing to me. I mean, like, I really don't know. Because, I mean, these two doors were fake, right? Like, they weren't even doors I could interact with. Yeah, no idea. Okay, red sisters around a table. Let's just see if we can find that. Red sisters around a table. I mean, there's nothing in here that I would consider a table. I mean, that's obviously a table, but I don't. Yeah. No. The clock doesn't help because it's not at a time that would work as a code. Red sisters around a table. I mean, I need a key for that. I don't think there's a table in here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, let's pull this and see what happens. Well then, hello. Yeah, I mean, I got I got nothing. Like, corridor observers tells me nothing. The roaring kings are the lions. I've seen 3 of those, so I mean, that number could be 3. And I mean, if these guys here are the corridor observers, that would be 3, but don't know. Oh no, this has got to be corridor observers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, so maybe let's change that one to an 8, because I mean that looks like corridor observers, if anything. Piece of paper with a piano drawn on it in colors. I'm so excited. Today Artemius has asked me to compose the music to his latest poem, a hymn to God who judges everything. Oh, that's the poem we read. Artie and his family have always been very religious, and I know this is this is very important to him. I think he wants to present it at his next private ceremony at the temple. I have also heard that he has ordered a 2-piece ornament. Is that something to do with it? I will use a color code instead of sheet music. That way no one will be able to decipher it until I have it ready. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I need to hit each number, so, and apparently we need to find another code for that. Alright, so assuming that's the corridor observers, that would be 8. Oh, they got marks above the doors too. No key. No key. Of course, the one with the hands on it opened.
Undoubtedly, this was the epicenter of social life in Oak Grove. Time
the clock stopped
remained
at
at
3.
rest. For a moment, I had the feeling that guests would suddenly start arriving.
Oh, we got 2 more lions. That brings us up to 5. Okay. I mean, we're only missing 1 combo now. Or 1 number now, presumably. I mean, unless there's more lions somewhere. It seems that the tobacco inside was of high quality. Unfortunately, it smells stale. Yeah, and that's not surprising. Okay. Can interact with the tea spot. Keeps tea inside. It seems that not long ago, someone was in this room drinking tea. There's still some sugar in it. The cup is empty. If there were traces of liquid in it, they had been evaporated by the heat of the chimney. Same thing, yeah. The fact that there's 3 cups is interesting. Yeah, weird. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go with 9. I mean, Red Sisters, right? Weird to call the chair sisters, but whatever. Oh, look at that, there's a little key. Key with the letter S. Yes, let us take. Okay, so we have another key and possibly another code. Oh god, what now? Dude really spazzes out when he has a vision. Understandable, mind you, but still. I think, well, S would be here. Flashlights. Holy fuck, look at all of them. And a lantern. Oh, that was a weird stutter there. Hey, look, I got a flashlight. Hey, I saw that. You come back here. Dr. Llewellyn had invented the system to automate the entire house. The fireplaces supplied themselves with wood. That makes sense, sure. Lights came on at the right time. Quite a genius, although he couldn't prove it. At a time as delicate as where you are, I should strongly recommend that you reverse your initiative. Understand that given the lack of results in your main responsibility experiment, where I remind you that the ministry has invested so much, it would be impolite to waste time trying to patent your new invention. I understand your motives, and in personal opinion, I consider your invention to be of great benefit, but a machine whose sole use is to control the lighting of the house, distribute firewood, and light a fire can wait for patents. I think it would do you no good to disappoint your father out in the ministry again. Faithful friend and servant, A.G. Spencer. Can't take these right. I mean, seems has a knowledge of advanced electronics and a skill. I don't know what that is, but I do know that a fireplace can't supply itself with wood. Like somebody has to provide the wood. Okay, so wait. Okay, well the person crawled out of there. The one I chased. Bread, fruit. Not a whole lot going on here. Dude, I get it. I'd probably be freaked out too if I was you, but you're supposed to be some badass. Well, I guess I don't know if you're a badass or not. I guess, like, I mean, you're an investigator for the ministry. I know nothing about you as a person, so either way, calm down.
The old, dark kitchen was pervaded by a strange stench coming from the cauldron. With its swaying, it spread like a thurible, the indescribable odor of sinister.
I don't know what thurible means either. Hard as a rock, not a surprise. Yeah, that looks gross. Doesn't seem to be anything else I can interact, or anything else I can interact with in here. Of course, sometimes it's hard to tell because, we don't really get much of an indicator unless I actually put my cursor over it, which is a lot harder to do on a console. You know what? I'm not even going to bother to chase him. Fucker ain't going to be there. Although I think my door just closed behind me. Yeah. That's fine. Hey, look at that. A very worn out key. Now, see, and now the thing is, right, is, and immediately gone. I don't have an attack. So, I mean, they can jump scare me all they want. I have no reason to believe I'll die. So it's like, oh no. Oh, can I open up the button? No. It's like, oh no, a creepy thing that can't possibly attack me because I have no way of getting away. Or, well, I mean, I guess I could run, but this man scares me. When Agatha became pregnant, I understood perfectly his intention to take care of her and give her the best. I even agreed to collaborate with him and add that strange mixture in her tea every afternoon. But when I asked him if the lady knew she was taking the products, he started to laugh. I've never been so scared. I'm sure now something is happening here, something strange and terrible. It's this swampy lake, this house, that hospital that not even Agatha, being the woman of this land, can visit. I can hear the shadows of horror within these walls, the ghostly screams that sometimes come from the distant hospital as cries from beyond the grave. Perhaps if I hadn't befriended Agatha, I would have escaped from these lands long ago. Agatha's health is deteriorating a little bit. She says it's normal, everything is fine. Apparently, she has been led to believe that it's because she has a slightly complicated pregnancy. I'm sure it's due to the drugs I'm putting in her tea. Today, with the 5 o'clock tea, I innocently asked Agatha about her pregnancy. She fainted for more than 5 hours and woke up with pains in her belly. What does Mr. Llewellyn want? He doesn't have enough experiments in his hospital? I've been watching him. He spends most of his hours locked up in the library. The other day, I set a trap in the door lock so he couldn't lock it. What was my surprise when a couple of hours later, when I entered the room, nobody was there. I'm sure he has a secret hideout somewhere in the library. There must be a hidden passage, but where? Agatha's health has got much worse. Even she, with her innocence, has forced me to promise her that if the worst happens and she dies, I will take the babies out of this house. I can't keep quiet any longer. I must tell her everything, even at the risk of my own life. Tomorrow is Wednesday and the door's open. I won't wait for her death. I'm going to take her away, away from this house and from Mr. Llewellyn. taken the money and I have a change of clothes ready for her and me. Tonight I'm going to pray for us. I'm not a believer, but if there's a God up there, we need his help. Yeah, I'm assuming she didn't make it out. Okay, that was weird. The worn out key doesn't work.
The service area was the darkest part of the mansion. In the shadows, I detected the movement of something or someone. It seemed a large, dark place. The hiding place of some disturbing secret.
I mean, dude, you didn't detect the movement or anything. You straight up saw something. Instructions and procedures to follow with alpha individuals. An alpha individual is technically human, but is not a person. They must learn by punishment. Giving them affection may be considered betrayal of the ministry and the God who judges everything. They are unaware of violence and are easily controlled. Despite their stature and large size, they are fearful and extremely weak. Their reasoning is basic. If one dies, its twin must die. Method 3. Alphas who have demonstrated greater reasoning have been given a list of extremely basic tasks to test their skills: cleaning, cooking, maintenance. They must always be under the supervision of the service and can never be delegated tasks of greater difficulty or responsibility. Not to be confused with the highly violent and voracious Omega, overendowed with phobia general. Very dangerous. Alright, well, no fucking idea what that is either, but that one sounds like it might be a made up thing. Homeland attack. The THZ-33 virus continues to advance. It mainly affects twin brothers. Most births are born dead. A strange viral mutation that scientists call whatever is ravaging our homeland. Scientists have been surprised to find that it affects only twins, which die most at birth. The population is ordered to inform the Ministry of Epidemic Control in case of pregnancy of twins. It is obvious that it is an international chemical attack. Donating your twin children for study is patriotic. Yeah, donate your kids. Why not? Um, Oh, just kidding. Alright, there we go. Dr. Llewellyn, the prestigious Dr. Llewellyn, eminent doctor of the ministry from his property of Oak Grove, leads a team of researchers and nurses with the intention of curing the terrible disease caused by the THZ-33 virus. For this, they have many patriotic parents who have yielded their twin children for study and experimentation. Honor to those patriots. Recall that the whatever virus affects only twin brothers, which Dr. Llewellyn's group. Okay, so like literally, it only affects male twins. That's a very specific disease. Like oddly specific. Okay, well that's clearly a door I apparently can't interact with right now, but that's not a surprise. Heyo. Found a use for the key and got myself another one. Oh. Belongs to a study, or maybe the library. Butler's hat. It looks like an expensive hat, probably a luxury for someone in your position. Why abandon it here? Because he died. Here. Almost unreadable manuscript, nothing interesting. I'd say, well, shouldn't you let us decide if it's interesting or not, but then I'd have to read it, so I'm fine with that. I have enough reading already. Speaking of, a singular fact has complicated the organization and the schedules of the service. Mrs. Llewellyn's maid, Elizabeth, has disappeared without a trace. There is no explanatory note in her rooms. I've observed that she has not taken any luggage. Her disappearance coincides with the routine visit of the 3 ministry agents in charge of monitoring the cleanliness of thought and opinion. Thought police, great. And don't have a wrong opinion. Perhaps she has been chosen to renew her education. They say that the luck of being re-educated brings a change to better social position. If so, I am happy for her. On Elizabeth, you cannot imagine the pain I feel having to write these abominable words in the official journal of the House Administration. I must lie and give a shameful and false version of what happened last night. Heartbroken, I am forced to leave for posterity a ridiculous justification for your disappearance, but my heart knows the truth and the pain it contains. The shot I heard last night. Today I checked. Dr. Llewellyn's pistol is missing a bullet, and the smell of gunpowder reveals it has been fired recently. I know I will never see you again. I know you were taken away from me, and you will never come back. I warned you so many times. You should never have meddled in Mrs. Agatha's problems. He is a despicable creature without any remorse, and does not hesitate to get rid of anyone who might stand in the way of his plans. I write this on that humble sheet of paper. In a few days I will depart from here as planned and leave this note in the hope that someone will one day discover the truth. As for me, I will simply resign myself to being a sleepwalker who walks through life following a destiny that should have been by your side. I will love you forever. All right. So the butler was in love with Elizabeth. And obviously, both of them probably died. Nope. Key doesn't work on that one. I don't know, it froze me as I walked in there, but I don't know if that was because of something that was happening in there or if, like, I missed something out here, maybe. No, I looked in that room. No, yeah, I don't know. Weird. I see I kept my flashlight, though. Oh, no, there it goes. I mean, is it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, well, that's fine. We have something to do with the piano. And we should also be able to go and get this other key. Because I think I got the combination. 9583. 9, 5, 8, 3. Heyo. Oh, and then there's a key for that other room. The elegant key. Okay, well, let's see. Because there was a sheet of paper on the piano. That was the poem, right? So then, in theory, on the yellow and worn skin, so yellow, on your pale divine hand. Ooh. What would be considered pale on here? I mean, would it just be this one? And then, how far over can it go? Okay. Ruby, emerald, and ooh, see those sky blue, that makes me feel like I fucked up early. Right? Sky blue mantle, violet, and then deep blue. So I feel like I fucked up. Black fate, gray cloud. Yeah, something. Let's reset. Okay, so yellow. I guess pale divine hands, maybe that isn't something I have to click on then. So let's go with ruby, emerald. I'm gonna say sky blue, sphere gaze, judgment maker, violet, gray, eliminate deep and less power, the deep blue of the night, black fate, gray cloud, in the brown dusk, and then Never light. Nailed it. Oh, hello. Oh, that must be part of the... She said that it was something that came in 2 parts, right? That he had ordered some kind of ornament. Half piece of bronze. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I would like to take it. I don't think we found anywhere where it may have went. Okay, so we can open up that other door, but I remembered reading that achievement. So that's good. Oh, whoops. No, give me the elegant key. Oh, goody, and we're going upstairs now.
Little by little, the keys I found revealed the secrets of the Llewellyn Manor. As if it were a museum, I was curious to go through the whole house, its nooks and crannies, its mysterious rooms.
I'm getting closer and closer. Unexpectedly, the Alpha knows more than they are capable of telling him. My father's mysteries begin to rebel. Charon's staircase is my only way to freedom. Tomorrow I will go to the hospital. I don't know what awaits me there. God save me. Alright, how long have we been going? Almost an hour. Okay, well, I'm curious if we missed anything yet. So I did look up a guide to this so that I could check in between parts, but since we're almost at the end of this part, I'm going to go over and see uh, if there's anything we missed so far. All right. Enter a code. Oh, well, they don't even fucking tell you how to get the code. They're just like, go up and enter the code. So yeah, if you're following a walkthrough piece by piece, yeah, you don't got to figure anything out. Of course, you could get through it faster. Bathroom. Open trunk is Agatha's photo. We got that. Uh, that's playing the piano. Key to pick up. Key with the letter S. Drive a door on the right and use the key to open it. Down the stairs. Yeah. Flashlight. Da 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 da. Oh. We may have missed a picture in the other door. Oh, that's a rough interaction right there, man. Was it this room? Yeah. No, maybe it wasn't. Was it this? Ah, there it is. An old photograph. That's Elizabeth. the girl was saying on to walk down the hallway and look right to open the door that closed. Oh, that was over here. Yeah, when we walked in here, this door closed on us. And then, yeah, I mean, I couldn't. Oh, I had to interact with the door itself. Okay. Well, then. They certainly have a very rudimentary stroke. They look like they were made by children. Yeah, really needed better text. Yeah, that looks like what we were following. The Alpha disappeared into the vents. Okay, so that was another photo. The worn out key we got. Okay, and then that seems to be it, because now it wants us to go into the other one, and I don't want to read further ahead. Still haven't gotten to that door, though, which is weird. But yeah, the next part of this walkthrough takes place up here, so. Alright. Because, yeah, I mean, we can obviously open up this. But I think well, I don't know if I want to explore the stairs or do that first. I'm not sure, but that'll be it for this part, though. So next time we'll continue on. I don't know how much is left. Let me see. The guy, we're like halfway down the page of this, like the page, like the page that this walkthrough is on. So I mean, we're theoretically halfway through, despite being two parts and therefore almost 2 hours into a game that supposedly only takes an hour. But once again, I mean, that's it probably if you follow a walkthrough exactly step by step and know where you're going. Whereas, I'm not going to read a walkthrough until we've already cleared an area, and then I'll look for stuff we missed. But that's about it. And therefore, there's a lot more exploration. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.